𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐩𝐸の都合により退職したヘレナ・グレイディに代わる新担任を紹介しよう。
ハローチャロー、キャロラインです。キャロちゃんとかキャロゲローとかキャロリン先生とか気軽に呼んでね。
I freaking love this anime, and I'm gonna come and start the video strong as like a defender of it, and I'm gonna say, hey, like, yeah, this isn't a masterpiece. This is very cheesy, and at times it has bad animation, whatever. I love it. So I'm gonna tell you, as a defender of the Iceblade Sorcerer, if anybody is dogging on it, just let them do whatever they do. Like, don't worry about what others say. Like, at the end of the day, if we end up on episode 8 and someone's still on Twitter or YouTube or Crunchyroll comments or whatever website you choose comments and they're trashing on it, it's like, yo, what kind of insane person are you to be that deep into the anime still complaining about, like, the things that you know of, right? Like, oh, this character's so OP, or, oh, the animation is not that good. It's like, it wasn't on episode 1, so what you doing here on episode 8, right? So I'm just coming as a defender of it, saying I love this anime, so don't be ashamed to love it, because it's freaking good. One of the things this episode that I was really wondering is we got Rei's backstory finally, and I'm going to touch base on his backstory. I think it was really cute. But one of the things I wanted to kind of harp on is, or not, I'm not gonna say harp. One of the questions I had while watching this was like, yo, where's Carol? Where's Carol? Cut it. Where is she at, right? Like, where is she at? Like, where's this girl that, like, overloved Rei? And I love how the anime answered that at the end. They're like, oh, new teacher. As soon as they said, oh, here's a new teacher, I was like, yo, I bet this is Carol. And sure enough, she walks in on with like some lingerie as the new teacher. I was like, god damn, Carol. And her eyes changed too. Like, did you guys notice that? She went from having like normal eyes to having like Demon Slayer type eyes. I was like, damn, what happened to you, girl? And immediately, Rei's worried, like WTF worried, because he obviously had a particular relationship with her. You know, if Lydia is his master motherly type figure, Carol is like the unhinged brother complex older sister, you know? So I'm wondering on what she's going to introduce into Rei's life now that she's back in it completely, right? And like, is she gonna be overbearing and like Rei's mine kind of thing? Like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I cannot wait because I know it's going to be hilarious regardless. And I just love how the anime answered that question for me. I'm gonna work my way backwards. I also love, and I really enjoyed the aluminium guy, Mr. Aluminum, or whatever his name is. I think his name's Alfred, or Albert. I think his name is Albert. The ordinary. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm actually a little mad now that Mr. Angry is gone, because he was the comedic relief through the last 4 episodes. Every time he could be like, you know, oh yeah, and I'm gonna go have ramen for lunch, blah blah blah, and then Rei walks by, he's like, ordinary. I'm actually a little I love that he has a redemption arc, but I'm a little sad that we're gonna lose the guy, you know. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that I like how he got his redemption arc. I'm sad that we're losing our tropey guy who hates our main character for no reason. And I like how Rei taught him a lesson, right? Also, Rei stole a line from Spider-Man, the Great Responsibility line. I was like, that's so cheesy. But I like how he taught him a lesson that, hey, the answer you're looking for, or the power, or what you're seeking isn't with others, is within yourself. So I like how he taught him that lesson, and he'll probably be a friend, or at least a good confidant, or a really, you know, good acquaintance to Rei going forward. And probably a defender of him, including Albert's posse, will be probably a defender of Rei too. So now Rei's going to have more kind of supporters around the school as well, protecting his ordinary status. Like, no, this guy, he's cool. He's cool people, you know what I mean? So I like that as well. The other thing that I really kind of put into perspective with what the hell happened. Apparently, Ray had a They explained it during the episode. He had a mind breakdown, berserk, overload, something. Basically, he overused his powers. He got too emotional, and he had a breakdown. And he basically obliterated this battlefield because one of his comrades, one of the platoon guys, one of the colonel guys, got killed on the battlefield. And Ray saw it happen in front of him. He lost it, and he destroyed that battlefield. And it was the reason he was able to come to and come back was thanks to Lydia. And that put into perspective. So now he's been using a ability called Chronos Lock, which basically, kind of depresses his sorcery ability, which is why he's a little gimped. And he's still in recovery mode until he can have access to his powers normally again, which he's definitely not there yet. So it kind of put all that into perspective, which I really enjoyed. Last thing is, obviously he beat the teacher at the top. He's fine, whatever. He did an ice flower perfusion move. That was pretty cool. But the last thing I really want to touch base on is Lydia and her unique relationship with Ray. Obviously, she's in love with Ray, which is a little weird in a sense. I like how the maid was like, yo, she adores you, buddy. Like, she really loves you, man. And I think he's going to have to reciprocate that, you would imagine. They're probably about 10 years apart. She's probably about 10 years older, right? She's probably about 30, maybe a little bit less, depending how old she was when he was founded before, whatever. She's probably, roughly 30, maybe like late 20s, somewhere around there. But, her relationship's a little funky with him because she was definitely the motherly figure. She, like, imprinted on him, essentially. And she definitely, like, he was, he felt some bond or so he felt something special between Lydia and himself. And Lydia reciprocated that back, and, she helped raise him in a sense. And her relationship with him has just kind of continually been unique. But she's kind of been the one to kind of go to bat for him and everything. So I hope that at some point we go down the avenue of how does Ray really feel about her? Is it only respect? Is it only admiration, love because she took him in and he's the reason he is who he is? Is it more? Has he ever really thought about it? I hope that they go down that avenue because I just think their relationship is very unique, So, but I definitely think it's very sweet, and it comes from a place of goodness. It comes from a good place. But definitely want to see Lydia be happy because she did some good stuff there, and definitely want to see Ray be happy. Of course, if one of the other girls, like Amelia or whatever, ends up being that for him, cool. I just think, you gotta look at Shisho over there. You gotta look at your master. You know what I mean? She love you long time. So it's very interesting. But good episode overall. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. If you have nothing to say, drop me an emoji just so I know that you were here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.